Yeah, it felt good. But we got to keep doing it. That's the key. So we have another 29 games. First one always feels good. I think it will take a bit of the, pressure off of getting that first win. But we can't relax. We got to stay hungry and we got to, keep working hard in training. That's the key. So, um, we'll keep doing that, and I know the group will be really hungry to get that next win as well, because that's the key. If we can get some momentum and get now the next win, now we've got 2 wins on the spin, and now we go on the road to New York, and it takes a little bit of that pressure off. We can go for it a bit. So that's the goal.
In 2013, you guys had a very good record at home last year. Not a lot of losses, but a lot more ties than wins. How important is it to kind of be able to get those 3 points at home and be a team that can pretty consistently win games at home?
Well, I think it's important because your fans are in those seats, and they pay to watch you win. So that's very important. It's also very important, probably even more important than that, is you have your best chance to win and get points at home because you're at home. And you know your stadium, and you have your fans there, and it's about points. It's about getting in the playoffs. It's also about entertainment as well. There's a business side to it also. So you look at the business side, the entertainment side, and also the results side. Your home game should be 3 points. That's the goal. So we want to continue to push at home to get 3 points, and hopefully we don't lose any games. Hopefully we win more than we did last year. We've never lost many at home, but certainly last year, like you said, we didn't win enough. So we want to change that this year.
We saw Valeri at least warming up a little bit, doing a little bit more than we've seen with the team. Do you have an update on when he's going to be back in full practice?
Yes, so he was been cleared by the doctor. He had an appointment ended last week, so he's completely cleared. That doesn't mean he's cleared for full contact all out, but in terms of a roadmap of his progression, if people want to know one, which I'm sure they do, he will do unopposed technical work this week. So he was in our technical warm-up, as you saw today. He'll continue to be in the warm-ups unopposed all week. We're hoping by the end of the week, early next week, he'll start to become a neutral player or plus player. In the training sessions. But we'll keep it where things are in front of him, if that makes sense. So he's not at 360 degrees as a neutral player. Mm-hmm. And then hopefully by the end of next week, beginning of the following week, he can be a neutral player where he's 360 degrees and eventually full out in training, in 2 weeks, hopefully. 2.5 to 2 weeks, we're hoping he's full out in training. And then from there, we'll need to build him up for match fitness, match sharpness, the psychology of a match. So we're probably looking at when he is cleared and training a couple weeks, and then he'll be available probably first coming off the bench. So we're hoping again early May.
Is Will similar, or do you have a different roadmap, or not so sure?
His is a little bit less black and white because of the injury. With an ACL, it's really clear the return to play. With a broken leg, it's not always clear. It depends a little bit on how the player reacts to the training. So we don't have as clear of a roadmap. Like I said, because there's a lot of different with a broken leg, a lot of different response times. So we'll see with him, but he's a little bit behind the track that Valeri's on. Okay? He's not behind, I would say, in his return to play, because the return to play for a broken leg, the window is large. They say a lot of times 6 to 9 months. So whereas an ACL, it's a tighter window when you typically get guys back. So we'll see with Will, but he's doing well. He's looked really good the last several weeks. So we'll see. But I'll continue to update you guys on that.
We saw Yardy out there for the first time. Your first time having him in training. What can you tell us about him?
Yeah, I mean he's in a small-sided game today as the neutral player, but you get to see him on the ball, and he's quick, he's technical. They had him playing one touch, so you're not going to see his dribbling today, but that is a side of his game that we liked. So we'll see where his fitness is at. He hasn't been playing, he's been training, but he hasn't been playing, so we'll probably need to build him up. But we're hoping that he's available for at least bench minutes this weekend.
Jack's back in practice, and you mentioned last week with the way George has been playing, do you see that still as a tough decision for you?
Yeah, no question. I mean, we won our first game 3-1, and George has played 2 games in a row. He's played 3 games total out of the 5 and done really well. Jack's also done well when he's been in, played 2 games against the Galaxy and Sporting Kansas City. They're both different. George is, a ball winner. Jack's, a guy that's really good on the ball and smart positionally. So they both have their strengths. So we can either go same team, same subs. When you win, that's sometimes what you do. Or we can put Jack in there. But we'll have a good player in there either way we go.
What are the biggest challenges you feel that Orlando's going to present? Obviously, this is a new team that you've never faced before.
They have a world-class player, Kaká. I mean, that's right off the bat what you look at, what you see. When you have a world-class player on your team, anything can happen. He can pull a rabbit out of the hat at any time. So we need to manage him, but we've played against other top players. We've had one of the toughest schedules of anybody in the league. Last week's power rankings, we've played 5 of the top 7. I haven't seen this week's. I don't always hold weight in that, but based on those rankings, we've played 5 of the best teams in the league in the first 5 games. We've managed really good players. You look at right now the leading scorer in the league. A guy like Rivero, you look at the MVP of the league last year, and Robbie Keane, you look at Dom Dwyer, who scored 20-plus goals last year. We've played some of the best players, but Kaká is one of the best players in the world, so we got to manage him. And with Orlando, I think they're a lot better team than their record. I think they've been unfortunate. The last 2 games, they've lost both those games, and I thought they were the better team in both those games. So they're going to be a bit frustrated, and they'll be hungry for the win. But they're a good team. They're a team that likes to push the game, and they want to play really aggressively. So it should make for an exciting game.